Okay, hi again. Earlier I was working on this with just some black marker, but what I like to do is I take my Sharpies and stuff and I just throw them out wherever I'm sitting, wherever I'm comfortable. And like we were talking about before, I like to take different colors. And what I did when we were talking about filling in, say for instance you have just these lines here. So what I like to do, I just go in and you fill these in, and they don't have to be perfect, but it's really surprising the effects that you can really get out of things just by filling in um, these outlines, I guess you want to call them. I don't know. I just I don't consider myself an artist by any means at all, but I like to have a little bit of fun. And I think the thing with this is a lot of people need to find a way to relax. And I have found that for me to sit down and just, let's say, go through some of this stuff and color and just draw my lines and, fill in where I feel like I need to add color to brighten it up. Or you can leave it black and white, whatever floats your boat. And a lot of times I have a whole bunch of Sharpies open at one time. But like I said, you can just go through there, take any color you want. It doesn't have to be perfect because a lot of times you would really be surprised at what you get at the end. And you can really come out with some really awesome, cool pictures, drawings, just by filling some things in. I've actually done some crazy little things like this before and have shocking, I have had people actually offer to buy them from me. I don't sell anything I do just because I think once you do that, you feel an obligation to do it, and it's not something I want to sell because I enjoy this is my relaxation. This is what I do to get rid of my stress, fast, slow, squigglies, just whatever you enjoy. I just like to have a little bit of fun with a little bit of color and lines. I love lines, squiggly lines, runny lines, crazy lines, and as you can see, I have, oh, I love my markers. I love my Sharpies. If I would lose my Sharpies, I might go a little bit wacko. Let's see. You can just mix and match anything you want. Break your lines down a little bit. Keep it simple. And what I'll probably do is, like right now, I'm just doing some of the color here. See, and even like that, you don't even have to do solids. You can go there and put some little, oh, I'm sorry, can you see that? Stripes like that in there, and it gives everything a whole new look or dimensions or, whatever. And you, gosh, I lost my train of thought, what I was just saying. Um, Anyhow, back to my Sharpies. You can have a lot of fun just doing anything. Like I said, I started this, and what I'll probably end up doing, like I'm doing some colors in it. Sorry about that. Right now, and I'll go back and myself, I'll start filling more stuff in. I'll go through this whole thing and I'll have this whole paper filled up just because it's what I love to do. Love to have fun with it. Have fun. That's the main thing. Just let your hand do what it wants. I started doing this kind of stuff a long time ago, and then for some reason, I don't know why, I just quit coloring. I'm a hairdresser, so someone said to me once, well, if you're a hairdresser, you have that kind of talent, you can do almost anything. I don't know if that's true or not. I just find I just enjoy what I do. I also have sorry about I'm trying to record plus do this at the same time. It's not as easy to do as you think. Like these pens here, these are jellies, and I don't even know who makes these, truthfully. I'd seen them on the internet and thought, well, let's give these a try. But these are really awesome because I have found with jellies, you can do a lot of really cool blending because they're wet. And what I like to do is when they're wet, like I'll take, let's say for instance, I should have had another one ready. I usually have like 1 or 2 or 3 laying open in my hands. Okay, and that's blue. And I'll take a green one, sorry about that, and I mix the colors kind of like this, and then I run them together, which really gives an awesome effect. Especially if you're doing, say for instance, flowers or something that are, let's say like two-toned or something, and just gotta make sure they stay wet. Run it through, get you that nice little blend in there, you know, kind of like that. You run it in. I guess pink wasn't the best thing to use right there. And since I got pink there, I will take like this orange and blend it in. And one of the other things I found too that I like to do is I will take a, I don't know how, I just thought this was really cool. You don't let those jellies lay open because they will dry, you know, all of it does. I keep my things capped really good. You can take a little paintbrush, like kind of like this, and what I do is, with my jellies, I'll take those and I mix my colors with that. And a lot of times it gives you a really, really interesting effect. Those got a little dry. Let's see if I can show you one when it's wet. See, it did a little bit. For instance, I will take, excuse me a minute while I find orange. Where was that? Or pink or whatever. And I take that one with yellow. And let's say, for instance, okay, I'll start with the pink here. Okay, so I'm going to work with the pink, let's say right in here. But I want to kind of mix my colors in kind of crazy. Okay, so I start in, let's do it here. Doing my pink, right, like this. I work it up in there kind of like that, and you can see it's wet. Usually I have my yellow open, which, sorry, I do already, and I'll take my yellow and I start working that in like that, if you can see it. And then I take the paintbrush and I just work those colors in. It gives a really neat look to things. You don't have to make it wet, or you know, you don't have to make your paintbrush really wet or anything. I do just to kind of, you know, rinse it out. And I take a little more of the yellow in here like this. And then I go back through, of course, with pink, and I'm going to run my pink up in here like this and right along in there. And there's my paintbrush. Oops, upside down. And I just, like I said, upside down, I'll work it in. Just, you know, it gives this really neat effect. If you catch it when it's really wet, you know, the ink's really wet. Some days, yeah, you know, if you let it get dry too quick, like I just did, you know, you have to kind of let everything lay in there in front of you, and be quick if you try to work things like this. But I found, like, if you're doing a flower, let's say a sunflower, for example. I have one in my book here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it and show it to you. What I do is